Dear you, I'm writing to you from a version of yourself who remembers the first moment you began to believe you weren't enough. It wasn't loud or obvious. It didn't come from something dramatic. It came quietly, like a subtle shift in the way you saw yourself. A comment here, a comparison there, a disappointment you didn't know how to handle, and slowly, without meaning to, you started questioning your value. I remember how you tried so hard to appear confident, even though you felt small inside. You carried this invisible pressure, this constant feeling that you should be doing more, achieving more, being more. And when you couldn't meet your own expectations, you blamed yourself. You thought something was wrong with you. You thought your worth depended on your performance, your accomplishments, your ability to keep up with everyone else. You didn't realize how heavy that belief was. You didn't realize how much it drained you to measure your worth by standards you didn't choose. You'd look around at the people in your life and think they were moving faster, shining brighter, living louder. You didn't see your softness as something valuable. You didn't see your quiet strengths. You didn't see the depth of your heart. You thought you were falling short because you weren't like them. And then came the moments that hurt the most. The times you gave your best but felt unseen. The times your effort wasn't acknowledged. The times you needed reassurance, but no one knew you were struggling. Those were the moments that made you shrink. Those were the moments that taught you to question your worth, even though you deserved care instead of criticism. I remember the nights when you lay awake replaying everything you did, everything you said, everything you were afraid you got wrong. You were so hard on yourself. You punished yourself for being human, for making mistakes, for needing time, for not being perfect. You weren't weak. You weren't lacking. You weren't unworthy. You were someone who cared deeply, someone who tried sincerely, someone who wanted to be enough so badly that you didn't realize you already were. I'm writing to you now because those early moments mattered. The loneliness you felt mattered. The doubt you carried mattered. And your past self wants to acknowledge the pain you didn't know how to name. I want to help you understand why you felt that way, because none of it happened without reason. Feeling not enough doesn't grow out of nowhere. It grows from environments where your worth wasn't affirmed, or where you were expected to be emotionally strong before you were ever taught how. It grows from moments when you needed comfort, but were met with silence. It grows from comparison, criticism, or the quiet feeling of always being one step behind. You were shaped by moments where people praised the things you did rather than the person you were. You learned early that being loved meant being useful. Being appreciated meant being impressive. Being accepted meant being agreeable. So you began to measure yourself through the eyes of others instead of the truth inside your own heart. It wasn't your fault. You didn't choose those lessons. You simply adapted to what the world taught you, but the cost was heavy. You began silencing your needs. You began hiding your flaws. You began seeing your softness as weakness. You began treating your mistakes as proof that you weren't enough. You carried this impossible burden. The belief that you had to earn your worth every single day. That if you stopped trying, stopped pleasing, stopped giving, you would lose the love around you. And because of that, you never allowed yourself to rest into the truth that you are valuable simply because you exist. Your past self wants you to know something deeply human and deeply true. Worth is not conditional. It is not something you gain or lose. It does not depend on your productivity, your success, or your perfection. Your worth lives inside you, untouched by failure, untouched by the judgments of others, untouched by the expectations you could never reach. And the moments in your life that made you feel inadequate, they weren't signs that you were unworthy. They were moments when you needed compassion instead of comparison, comfort instead of pressure, understanding instead of silence. You have always been enough. The world simply didn't always reflect that truth back to you. Now I'm speaking to the version of you reading this today. The you who still sometimes feels that old ache, that quiet fear that maybe you're still not enough. I want you to breathe gently for a moment. Place your hand over your heart and feel it steady, resilient, alive. That heartbeat is proof that you are worthy by existence alone. You don't need to earn love. You don't need to perform worthiness. You don't need to hide the parts of yourself that feel imperfect. You don't need to compare your journey to anyone else's. You are allowed to take up space exactly as you are. You are allowed to grow at your own pace. You are allowed to be proud of things the world doesn't applaud. You are allowed to belong without proving anything. The truth is, you haven't fallen behind. You haven't failed. You haven't been overlooked by fate. You have simply been carrying an old belief that no longer fits the person you're becoming. You are stronger now, wiser now, more compassionate, more aware, more grounded. And the most powerful thing you can do is begin treating yourself with the gentleness you once reserved only for others. Your life will open in new ways when you stop measuring yourself against impossible standards and start celebrating the quiet victories that make you who you are. You deserve love that doesn't require perfection. You deserve peace that doesn't depend on productivity. You deserve to feel proud of the person you are becoming, even if you're still unfolding. Your past self is watching you with tenderness, whispering, "You have always been enough. You just needed time to see it." Let that truth take root. Let it soften your doubt. Let it guide the next steps you take. Your worth is not fragile. Your worth is not conditional. Your worth is not up for debate. It is yours. It has always been yours, and it will stay with you no matter what you do or don't achieve. Take a slow breath now. Let it steady your heart. Let it remind you that you are and have always been enough. Sincerely, you.